everyone, MFPallytime here. Welcome back to the A through Z playthrough. We're taking a look at Kharazim today. Currently sitting at a perfect 50% win rate. He was added into the game on August 18th, 2015, along with, I believe, the Butcher. They had a launch event together. I went to the YouTube headquarters to see that event. It was weird. Kharazim has not received too many changes in the past year. The only ones he did receive were about a 70 baseline HP increase, a 0.2 HP regen increase, and his talent level 1 Transcendence did receive a buff from 98 healing per proc to 104. Kharazim is a character that's always been played in competitive. He is really aggressive with talents like Iron Fist. He can completely shut down enemy combatants' attacks with Earth Ally. Everything in the radius will be blocked from physical attacks. It's really, really strong. And of course, at level 16, he has a cleanse that he can use over and over and over, which is really strong as well. Not to mention, Seven-Sided Strike is capable of dealing massive, massive amounts of damage to an enemy team member who finds themselves alone and isolated in its radius. Now, we did play Kharazim today on stream. I'm recording this a little bit later. I was starting to not feel very well, and I took a break. But his damage is not to be understated. We ended up being #1 on damage in our match. I don't know if I'm going to go DPS in today's video. We'll see what the team needs.
Yitar, guide my path.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves on the Altaric Pass today. The friendly team Kharazim, excuse me, Azmodan, Mal'Ganis, Nova, and Kael'thas. The enemy team Brightwing, Thrall, Gazlo, Yrel, and Sergeant Hammer. Now, my favorite build for Kharazim is based on Insight. Every third basic attack restores 15 mana and grants a stack of Insight. We also get a 25% movement speed increase after Insight or any of our level 1 talents are procced. And upon reaching 100 stacks, it gives us cooldown reduction every time we proc Insight, which means we're capable of dealing a large amount of damage or a large amount of healing, excuse me. We're capable of healing for a large amount if we're able to stay in melee range. Now, I have an idea that they're probably going to focus most of their CC on Mal'Ganis because he has a 65% win rate right now. And that makes more sense than, oh, I don't know, crowd controlling a little Kharazim. Top lane does have a Sergeant Hammer pushing. Let's try to be smart with our positioning here. Make sure we always have a way out. Now, the most important thing we could do in the early game is just punch stuff. We need to punch something. It doesn't matter what we punch. We need to make sure that we're always hitting something. The majority of the enemy team is in the middle lane, so I'm going to come down here and punch some minions for a second. Our Q ability is Radiant Dash. It allows us to jump to any living thing with a health bar. Minions, no matter the team. Heroes, no matter the team, mercenaries, you get the picture. As long as it's not a building, we can jump to it. Our W ability is Breath of Heaven. This is our AoE heal. This is our main method for keeping people alive throughout the course of a game. Okay, time to back up, boys. Time to back up. I don't want to fight 2 people, but I sure as shit can fight 1. We're at 24 out of the 100 stacks we need for our character. Like I said, we gain stacks whenever we auto-attack, so I'm not really too worried about the damage that these guys could deal. We just need to make sure that we are indeed auto-attacking them. When things get a little too messy, we just back up. No stress, man. I know Brightwing's actually capable of some serious damage depending on her build now, though. Nova has arrived, and she's going to be hitting this snipe on Brightwing. I mean, I don't think I'm going to secure this kill here by any means. Deadly Reach is my E ability, and it allows us to increase our attack speed by 100% for 2 seconds, which when you're trying to stack up this effect, it's a lot. It's a lot. We are going to go for the Earth Ally because I want to mitigate as much of Sergeant Hammer's damage as I can. This is actually really good versus Sergeant Hammer because you can put the Earth Ally outside of her range, and there's not too much she can do about it. We could also drop it right here, which will mitigate some damage from the Thrall, and then jump back to Nova when it's very clear that she doesn't want to continue fighting. Kharazim's mobility is so strong, it should not be understated. He can get away from a lot of stuff. He can even give himself a jump target here with Earth Ally every 45 seconds. Or if you wanted to give yourself more jump targets, you could give yourself Air Ally as well. I'm just going to clear this lane, and then I'm coming up. Close enough. I want to make sure the team knows that they're being supported. We're at 48 stacks out of the 50 that we need. And we generate these stacks, I don't know if I said, we generate these stacks simply by proccing Insight. So every 3 auto attacks is going to give us another stack. All right, backing up momentarily. Little here, there. Mal'Ganis is going way too far forward. Nothing I can do about that one, boys. Way too far. Also, Gazlo has every turret in the known universe here, making it a little difficult to engage as well. All right. We're okay. I might need to go back to the base just to get full health. I'm not sure. Looks like we're trying to engage, but with Sergeant Hammer sitting in that range, it's going to be pretty difficult to do. Mal'Ganis is moving in. Jumping into a bunch of people here, though. The Earth Ally is down, which is going to be blocking all of their physical damage, so we weren't too worried about Thrall being there or anything. But it's time to leave, boys. It's time to leave. The enemy team got that no problem. I can give him a heal, but that's about all I can give him. And I actually think he was knocked out of that range there. So Mal'Ganis has to be our warrior, and he's not doing too great of a job doing that so far, but the game is still early. Plenty of time to turn that around. I'm going to go down to the bottom lane and try to soak as best as I can. Thrall and Yrel looking like they might be recalling or rotating up to the top lane, which no one in our team is currently defending. I'm going to be bottom, just soaking XP. Even though the enemy team got the objective, it's still important to continue to soak every lane throughout the course of the game. Heroes 101 basics, boys. Now, I'm going to tank the minion waves so they don't hit the wall. I don't want any extra damage on this that doesn't have to be there. And also, it's going to pile up a little bit more so I can get more stacks. The key is always more stacks. We are going to go for Heavenly Zeal, which is going to increase our movement speed whenever we cast our W ability. This also increases the movement speed of our allies as well. Looks like we did lose top lane. Thrall currently hitting the middle sippy cup as well. We are at 88 stacks out of 100, so we're going to start to get some cooldown reduction here very, very soon. Mal'Ganis did rotate middle. Is the enemy team going straight for top? Because the Sergeant Hammer that far up could be a pretty easy gank target. We need to go in on this. Come on, bud. Go be our tank. Get in there. Everyone's in position. This should be relatively okay, to be honest with you. We're going to drop the block dude on the ground. Get out of that AoE. Jump in on our tank and give him some movement speed as well. Unfortunately, a lot of our damage weren't able to keep up very well, but a great dunk from Azmodan is going to secure that no problem. We're in range of both Kael'thas and Nova, who need our healing the most, and that was a great gank from the team. Really, really good. Our quest is complete, so every time we proc Insight, we're going to be giving ourselves, what is it, 1.75 seconds? Yeah, 1.75 seconds off of our cooldowns. This means we can dash more. This means we can heal more and keep our team alive much, much easier. We have a decent push here in the middle lane now that Sergeant Hammer has been dealt with, and we should move in on this. I have no idea why we're backing up from one Thrall. No idea whatsoever. The team wants to get level 10. We could have gotten level 10 off of killing Thrall, who walked into 4 people there. Sergeant Hammer looking like she's getting sieged up to defend. Gazlo. Not going to be able to do anything there, boys. Going to go ahead and drop the bronze band. Get that physical defense. And we're backing up from a 2v3. A Pyroblast being used on a target that has complete ability to immune themselves from damage. Yeah, don't fucking... I'm gonna have to tell him not to Pyroblast Yrel, huh? We did go for I need someone to jump to. We did go for a Divine Palm so we can keep our allies alive. Don't pyro Urel. Great. Probably don't pyro in general. Did he go Convection Oven too? He sure did. What a fucking champ. What a champ. All right, let's back up. Team is going to be regrouping over here. Hopefully, Urel jumping in, starting to take some of the minions. We have the Earth ally ready to go. Great damage on Thrall, and he's going to be taken down. All right, we're moving up. Now remember, every time I auto-attack someone, we're getting mana back. So if tanky targets like Urel want to sit here and just trade, we become an unstoppable machine. I need to dash out of that death laser that I just felt coming. I could tell it was on the way. Let's give him a little bit of heals. He does have Convection Oven after all. I don't want to make him get no value from his talent. Sergeant Hammer has vision over this wall. That's crazy to me. I'm completely out of mana here, so I at least... now I'm going to have to go all the way back. Unless I can hit stuff. Unless I can easily proc Insight. Which it doesn't look like I'm able to do. There are some minions here I might be able to hit, but... yeah, I'm going all the way back. Enemy team is moving in during our absence. Malthael, or Mal'Ganis, I keep calling him the wrong thing, is moving in. And it's working. That 65% win rate showing why he's so goddamn tanky. He's 1v5 right now! Urel using her immunity to counter Mal'Ganis's. Doesn't look like he'll be getting out of here. But then he just gets out of there. Okay. 60% win rate, boys. 60 That's actually disgusting. Alright, I'm gonna clear out some of these turrets just because I can. We can Divine Palm ourselves to keep us alive. I'm not too worried about that. Divine Palm, what it does is it stops target from dying, puts them in a stasis, and then heals them for 1,736 HP, which is a pretty hefty amount. Now, if Brightwing polymorphs me, as someone is getting low on the friendly team, it can be very hard to get the Divine Palm off. Is that actually going to happen? I don't know. Let's go ahead and drop the Earth ally. There's the Palm to keep him alive. Beautifully done, if I do say so myself. Kill this turret so I don't take any unnecessary damage, and the Living Bomb is going to kill Gazlo. Hey, he finished his quest at least. All right, there's another heal. 45 seconds on the Divine Palm cooldown. We'll go ahead and grab a heal down here. I want to engage more versus this team, but Sergeant Hammer really is making that quite difficult. Really is making that quite difficult. We are going to increase the duration of Fists of Fury. This is going to make it so we can more easily get more cooldown reduction. You come back. You come back. Yeah, there we go. I can fight this. I win this trade all day. You get one. You get one, okay? I'm a man of my word. I'm a man of my fucking word. Brightwing is running back, trying to get to safety. We have Divine Palm again, so I could try to bait this out a little bit longer. It looks like Gazlo, once again, reinforcing this area. What an annoying team comp. Why don't you use your Pyroblast on that guy? Dude, Hammer's busted on this map. What the fuck? We're okay, we're okay, we're okay, we're okay. I don't even know if we'll be able to channel. Earth allies down. He's gonna heal for a ton, so I don't have to worry about healing him for a second. There's the poly, and here is the pump. Oh my god! What is this team? They don't die! Fuck! Oh, I didn't know we were leaving. I guess KT was completely out of mana. All right, falling back again. This is just a constant back and forth here. A constant back and forth. Okay, we could stay on the chase here. Never mind, no we can't. Do I have a sippy? I do in 5. Okay, there we go. Coming back in. And KT need to pressure hammer. 41,000 healing this game so far. This objective fight has been going on for 25 minutes. I don't know if Azmodan is using his trait properly, but it should be getting a lot of value on this map right now. You can't fucking kill me! You can't fucking kill me! Okay. They can't kill me now, unfortunately. Urel engaging. So we just need to proc that. We have a chance! Finally! Alright, I just need to keep hitting stuff to keep my mana high. Sergeant Hammer is out of position right now to defend this adequately. She's still sitting in a spot where she can only hit the minions basically in front of someone's channeling, and the channel has already started. If only we had some kind of incredibly slow-moving projectile that could go a very long distance against... Proud of you. We are going to be taken down here, most likely. 5 seconds left on Divine Palm, but the friendly team does gather the objective, and I'm very proud of them. Very, very proud. Now, even without building for damage, we've still done 23,000 damage, which is kind of comparable to what Azmodan and Mal'Ganis have done. Prior to this fight, they're pulling ahead of me a little bit now. At level 16, we are going to be picking up the Echo of Heaven. Breath of Heaven heals for a second time. This is on a 3-second delay? 3-second delay. So you get your initial heal, and then a 75% weaker heal that pulsates a little bit after. Now, if you're already getting enough cooldown reduction to be able to cast a Breath of Heaven for free again already, which is entirely possible, then now you're just pulsating extra heals for free. You're not changing your playstyle at all. You're just popping off heals like a motherfucker. Again, if you're able to sit in and trade, and if you're able to actually get the cooldown reduction necessary to make it happen. Looks like KT got a little bit of a butt whooping there. We do see our Mal'Ganis using his invulnerability to heal himself back up. Nicely done, nicely done. I am being pushed in a direction I don't want to be. The Divine Palm is used, jumping out of the way. Thank goodness for properly positioned Novas, man. Mal'Ganis unfortunately didn't make it out of there. I really didn't have any business pushing in that far. Have all my palms been on myself, or? I don't think they have. I am going to go get this camp over here. Do we have a bribe on our team? We do, so she might be doing that already. She sure is. Nicely done. We could potentially go for a boss. I mean, I imagine I could tank boss all day. The enemy team's going to be trying to soak up. They're going to be getting their little camps. Maybe boss would be a good idea. Now, I don't know if I can solo that fucking thing. I really doubt it. Sergeant Hammer moving up a little bit too far. I can't chase too much further. But she turned around, which means Nova is in perfect range to deal some really good damage, but unfortunately it's... Oh, it is enough. Nicely done. Nicely done. Let's just go ahead and leave here. Giving our allies the movement speed increase from our Echo of Heaven talent that we picked up earlier in the game. Lowering my cooldowns. It's going great. It's going really well. I always preferred this build over damage Kharazim. It's just so much fucking healing. We should 100% get this boss. The enemy team is spotted in the middle lane, so we have plenty of time to do it. Ouch. And Nova is giving us a little bit of vision so we know if they come into the fight. Wonderful. Look how much healing we're able to do here. We're just constantly pulsating something. And we're starting to pull ahead of the enemy healers as a result of all of this fucking cooldown reduction. And the constant Divine Palm spam because I'm putting myself in a bad position over and over and over. The objective is coming up pretty soon, but we can get this building no problem. As long as no one dies here, we're in a good spot. In fact, this will push in all on its own. I don't think we need to be doing any of this personally. I don't think we need to be doing any of this. Yeah, let's just leave. They're going to have core pressure, and we can easily channel the objective. Really fucking easily. I'm going to head straight there. I don't know why the team isn't. We are going to pick up Storm Shield at level 20. This is an AoE shield that we can use to also help prevent damage with our allies. Someone could just channel right away. There you go. I love this build. God, I miss playing Kharazim. All right, the enemy team's moving in. We do see Bright. Whoa, I'm not where I want to be. He's trying so hard. I actually saved myself with Storm Shield. I didn't think Divine Palm was going to proc, and it would have if I didn't Storm Shield. So I could have lived through that. I was the only one that died, though, so I'm more than happy to have that happen. And we picked up 3 kills on the enemy team. Very good trade in my book. Is Nova going to bribe this camp? We do get the objective, no problem. Nova's going in for the bribe. This is also going to push the top lane. And we're looking pretty dominant going into almost the 19-minute mark of this game. Now, there were some bug fixes for Kharazim this year. Yep. Nice pyro, but sorry, I'm being overcritical. He can play KT however he wants to play KT. He can totally do that. He is more than able. I just practiced him a lot this year, and I feel like there might be a right way and a wrong way, you know? On my way. Just rest. The team is looking pretty dominant here, pushing in towards the enemy team's core. He is sitting at about 80% HP, and we're going in with even more damage now. I just hope they don't start taking too much damage before I can get there. Mal'Ganis is putting the enemy team to sleep and then popping his immunity to heal back up, but he's really deep. I guess it doesn't matter because the friendly team is going to move in with that level 20 heroic advantage. Victory! So that's Kharazim. I really like him. Now, the pros, like I said, okay, back on the bugs. The main bug was affecting Urel and her Bubble Hearth town at level 20. Apparently, if she got Divine Palmed, she could still cast Bubble Hearth. And if that happened, she would be immune to damage for the rest of the game. Because why the fuck wouldn't she be, right? This is my build. I've been using it for a really long time. I feel like I innovated it a little bit. Maybe that's not true, but I've been playing it for years. That is Insight into Earth Ally. I usually go Green Man, but I wanted to mitigate the Thrall and Sergeant Hammer damage as best as I could. Heavenly Zeal, Divine Palm, Fist of Fury, Echo of Heaven, and Storm Shield. Really, really, really fun build if you're able to get in there and just stick on a target with auto attacks. Really enjoyable. The pros really like picking up the cleanse because you could just do it over and over. And the damage build revolves around way of 100 fists. So no matter which build you do for Kharazim, as long as you can get to level 16, you're going to be looking pretty good. That's it for today's episode. Up next, we have Leoric. I'm going out of town for the weekend, so hopefully I'm feeling better when I get back, and we'll be able to knock out a few more characters before BlizzCon. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate your ongoing support, and I'll see you guys next time.